What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? Police in Fort Wayne, Indiana has arrested an 18-year-old man after surveillance video appeared to show him and another man tried to break into a home, and one of the men shot himself in the leg. This happened January 18th. Canoe Cook is now charged with burglary with a deadly weapon, carrying a handgun without a license with a prior conviction, criminal recklessness committed with a deadly weapon, and criminal mischief. Fam, you hear people say it all the time, right? First and foremost, he out of pocket for doing what he was trying to do. Let's get that out of the way. But let's get past it. If you're going to do anything, even if you're not trying to commit a crime, you don't walk around with handguns in your pocket because things like that happen. This fool was kicking the door and had his hands on the gun, kicking, and then shot himself in the leg. Guess how they caught him? Dun, dun, dun. You guessed it. That fool showed up at the hospital trying to get the bullet wound treated. Let's say you're not trying to break into somebody's house. Let's say you're not trying to do something slimy like breaking into somebody's house, home invasion. Let's say, hey, you did something honorable, but you're trying to cover your tracks. If you get shot, you do not go to the hospital in your state, especially in your city, but you try to get out of state. You go to a hospital out of state and get treated. I don't care how bad the wound is. You go somewhere else to get treated. You don't get treated in the city or state that it went down in, because they will catch you, and they will catch you fast. So many dummies. I mean, just straight up goofies. He's gonna have to tell that story for the rest of his life. He probably won't tell it. He'll probably talk about how he went in there and handled his business. He ain't gonna talk about the part where he got shot in the leg. He gonna act like he's not gonna even talk about the part where he took off running. He's gonna talk about the part where they actually went in there and got what they needed to get and came out. Went in there and got it. Went in to get it and came back with it. That's gonna be the story. Fam, if you're gonna do something, first of all, I would advise you to go the straight and narrow, because the way America is set up, especially if you're black, you're not going to make it. You're just not going to make it as a criminal. If your criminal activity that you're involved in, especially if your criminal activity is hustling, if it's hustle, especially along the lines of drugs and home invasions and stuff like that, robberies, where you're going to keep doing it, right? You're not going to just stop because the money too easy, then you're going to get that false sense of thinking that you're really good at what you do. You're going to start thinking you're a professional. This is what you do because you've been successful at it and you ain't been caught. You good, you're better than all the other millions of dudes who tried it. You're better than the other millions that have been to jail for it already. You're better than them. You're smarter than them. You figured it out. So you got to keep doing it till you get caught. And then when you get caught, you got to reset. When you reset, now the same problems that you had when you went out there to go try to hustle, trying to take care of your family, trying to stunt, trying to have the car, clothes, the jewelry, whatever, and everything, all the trappings that come with it. You're going to still have those problems, but they are going to be compounded by the fact that you now have a criminal record. And that is going to make it very difficult for you to move around and take care of business. Even if you go and do your time, you serve your time, when you get out, your options are going to be limited. You damn near going to have to be a boss. Now, there are some, I'm talking about to get to the big money. You'll be able to get some jobs, but just jobs. Careers are going to be difficult to come by. It can happen, but it's going to be harder with a record. It's going to be very hard. And you're going to put yourself in a bind. You're going to put yourself in a difficult position. Listen, fam, I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm not telling you what somebody told me. I'm telling you what I know, what I experienced personally. Who knows? One day, you might want to run for city council. It's in you. If you got grind in you, you got hustle in you, you got that can't quit, won't quit spirit, like you can't be stopped spirit, you can be a politician. You can do it. And especially if you type that's already a servant, you type that want to protect the community, want to look out for the people in the community or whatever. You know, of course, most politicians ain't like that. But I'm just saying, you know, the kind that I respect is. So if you're that type of person, then you got it. You got it in you. You can do it. You can win. You can go out there and win. But what you don't want to do is have your record come back and bite you in the ass, because they will use it against you. And the trip part about it is that the people that will use it against you are not as qualified for you to hold a position and look out for the people as you are. You dig what I'm saying? So it might take a little longer to get there, but the cool thing about getting there is that even the journey, you don't miss out any time with your family. You get to see your children grow. You get to grow, because sometimes you commit these crimes real young. So you get to grow and experience what it's like to be on the scene and hang out and be in relationships as a teenager, you know, as a 21-year-old, 22-year-old. You get to see what it's like to be to live, you know, as a 21, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, a 30-year-old free. You get all those experiences free. Yeah, man, it's hard to beat that freedom, man. Ain't nothing like that free world. Side note, that Ring doorbell camera, man, that's a bad camera. I don't care if you live in a mansion. You got to get you one of those. Back to the goofballs. Bet you anything that fool told on his partner. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?